Hello, everyone, once again. This is Rob. Welcome back to Media Awareness. Before I continue, a reminder the fundraiser continues. For those of you new to my channel or unaware, I am a disabled individual and I use a motorized wheelchair slash scooter all day, every day for my independence, and I need your help. My insurance will not cover anything with regard to my scooter as they view it as a quote luxury item, end quote. Despite the fact that I am unable to walk whatsoever, in addition to being unable to use any other type of scooter or power chair, or even a standard wheelchair for that matter, as I only have limited dexterity in one hand. In addition to that, I do not have a backup scooter or wheelchair to rely on at the current time. So if my scooter should malfunction, as it has in the past, I will yet again be a fish out of the water, a scenario I want to avoid at all costs. With that stated, below the title of this video in the description below, as well as in a separate section below the information pertaining to this video, you will find a spot fund link. It is a fundraiser. It's easy to contribute. It takes a few seconds, and any and all help is welcome. I cannot stress that enough. Even $5 or $10 can make all the difference in the world, and you can even contribute anonymously. The purpose of the fundraiser is to both assist me with the ongoing refurbishing of my existing scooter, as well as to help me save for the purchase of a new scooter. I arrived at these conclusions following a malfunction that disabled the battery charging mechanism and it needed replacement. And for roughly 2 weeks, I needed to be pushed around my own home by family and friends, which severely limited my independence. However, it was that long overdue wake up call that I need a backup plan, and the backup plan is to have a brand new scooter to use moment to moment, day to day, every day, and my existing scooter completely refurbished, waiting in the wings to be used at a moment's notice if necessary, when necessary. Additionally, my wheelchair van is inoperative whatsoever. It has been deemed as unrepairable, and therefore I'm saving for a new wheelchair van as well. So any and all help is welcome. And I do want to extend a gracious thanks to those who have contributed thus far, in addition to those who plan on contributing, as your contributions have and will make a world of difference in my life. Thank you all. I love you all. If you're not yet subscribed to Media Awareness, my channel, please consider subscribing and becoming part of the Media Awareness family. I'd love to have you. Additionally, if you do subscribe, please be sure to click the bell icon. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video, much like this one. So this is a first reaction to a new Faraji song. It is his newest, I believe, and I chose this track not only because it's his newest track, but it features him by himself on this track. He is a multi-instrumentalist, as I've stated in the past, a multilingualist, and just an incredibly talented gentleman all around, and a very gracious one as well, and highly intelligent. Um, so I'm looking forward to this. With all my reactions, you'll find this link below in the description. I do this because the musicians and bands who create this music for us, the fans, do so with the utmost creativity and integrity, and they deserve all the credit in the world for their hard work, so always click on those links. In this case, the link will take you directly to the source video that I will be actually witnessing myself, and you can click on Faraji's homepage on YouTube from there and peruse his vast array of world music and other interesting material. So with all that stated, I'm really excited for this one. Uh, I I do appreciate when Faraji collaborates with other individuals. Don't get me wrong, I think he does a fantastic job in terms of his collaborative efforts. But I love hearing him doing things on his own. It really impresses me from a production standpoint, as well as performance and linguistic, for that matter, as well. So, with all of that stated, and here we go. This is a first reaction, and I will be back following this with my assessment.
Jan mijn man zo router wezen, kon hij geraken aan een paard. Jan mijn man zo router wezen, kon hij geraken aan een paard. Hakken een beest met zijn staart, daarvan heeft Jan mijn man een paard. Jan mijn man zo router wezen, kon hij geraken aan een paard. Jan mijn man zou ruiter wezen, kon hij geraken aan een zaal. Jan mijn man zou ruiter wezen, kon hij geraken aan een zaal. Rekenen wij en geven de schaal, daarvan heeft Jan mijn man een zaal. Jan mijn man zou ruiter wezen, kon hij geraken aan een zaal. Jan mijn man zou ruiter wezen, kon hij geraken aan een spoor. Jan mijn man zou ruiter wezen, kon hij geraken aan een spoor. Reken een pot en ik geef hem het door, daarvan heeft Jan mijn man een spoor. Jan mijn man zou ruiter wezen, kon hij geraken aan een spoor.
So there you have Faraji with a Flemish folk song, which I will put here below as well once again. That way I don't mess up the title. And although this song is short in comparison to some of Faraji's other work, I do have quite a bit to say about it. His interpretation of this song was really interesting, very time period appropriate, if I may say so. And it carried with it just this hypnotic mysticism that a lot of his music does tend to radiate, that really kind of transports the listener to another time and place. And this is no exception. This really had me wanting to just shut my eyes at one point and just imagine myself watching this be performed by assorted individuals. Now, as I stated prior to the video, this is a Faraji solo piece. He put this together on his own. And with that stated, there's a lot that goes into production, especially when you're working with into instruments that are not manufactured for modern day use. Because there's a necessity in studio to mic these instruments, and what that means for individuals who are unaware, placing the microphones in a way that the instrument is heard, but it's not overwhelmed, it's not distorted in the result of what we're hearing, and it's not soft enough to the point where you can't hear the subtle nuances of said instrument. So, there's a lot to be said for production STEM, but this is really a brilliant work of art, in my opinion, from that aspect alone, because everything sounds very clear, very crisp, and as if you're hearing it live in front of you. Um, the vocals are interesting as well, because there is a certain resonance, or delay, I should say, of his vocals that when he's singing this track, you hear a sort of almost echo, what we'll call a reverb in modern day terminology, and uh, it's a natural one, as if it was being sung in a room itself with a almost hollow kind of sound to it, but it acts as a chamber to amplify the lyrics and really make them more impactful to us, the listeners, as well. So, that, and with his impeccable phrasing, this is really brilliant, and I really appreciate listening to this track and being able to react to it for all of you out there. So, with all of that stated, and with the government shutdown here in the United States of America finally at an end after over 40 days, um, the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, uh, it's a mind-boggling experience to actually have lived through, and the uncertainty that came with it was truly anxiety-inducing to a level that I cannot even begin to convey here. It was just uh, beyond the scope of words, um, and with that finally at an end, and things seemingly on track, we can breathe easier here. Um, but as I stated, I am keeping the fundraiser active for my wheelchair scooter, as well as a new wheelchair van, and these are things that are not wants for me but needs. So please do what you can, and if you're not able to contribute financially, please share my videos. I would really appreciate it. If you are able to contribute financially, I would really appreciate it. Some of the past contributions that have come in have been able to enable me to get some parts for my scooter, in addition to the necessary assistive technology for my computer so that I can continue to make these videos for you guys. In addition to edit them, etc. And I use a voice program, a dictation program known as Dragon Dictate. And I was fortunate enough to be one of the first people to ever use Dragon back in the early 90s, being trained on Dragon version 1. And now we are well beyond that. And I was able to purchase the newest version, which I needed to. Otherwise, my Windows 11 update would have um, shut down my previous version entirely, and I use that to dictate everything. I cannot type whatsoever due to my dexterity issues. I also have a visual impairment, so for me, everything is done via my voice, typically speaking, and very little actual dexterity in terms of uh, key controls. Although I do use some, I don't use as much as many. Um, so just for that added clarification, all the contributions have gone to good use. And I never really specified to what you said they have been implemented. So I just wanted to say thank you again to everyone who has contributed. As an aspiring author myself as well, I really appreciate having the newest version of Dragon Dictate to allow me to continue my writing and hopefully one day soon become published. And with all of that out of the way, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are. Take care. Bye.